Firstly, I want to say a big thank you to everyone that reached out to me regarding the issue that I have on my CTrader platform. If you didn't know, my CTrader platform just randomly stopped working. It was working fine one day, and then the next day it just stopped, and it's been like that for a week. Now, I've obviously done the obvious that you lot have suggested, and that is, in fact, even IC Market suggested it as well, and that is delete the platform and reinstall it and see if that works. And it hasn't. I've done that 10 times now. I'm not doing it again, right? I've done the obvious. It doesn't work. Every time I load it up, it just does this. I just get a blank screen, right? MT4 works, MT5 works, CTrader, nothing. And I find it quite a coincidence that the only platform that I place my trades on just magically stops working. I literally did my trading, closed my computer down, then the next day, I load my computer back up, and this happens. Just doesn't work. The only thing I can suggest fixing it is just downloading another CTrader platform from another broker, but I don't really want to do that. So I'm going to reach out to IC Markets again tomorrow, see what they suggest. Maybe they can remotely have a look and see that I'm not actually lying. Like, I do download it, reinstall it, and no, I just get this blank screen. Look, literally, I just get a blank screen here. Again, that's it. So who knows? Anyway, so short and sweet video. I want to talk about a setup from a BD member. Now, Chris, one of the BD members, took an absolute beautiful sell on USD CAD, and it was an absolute beautiful sell. It is carrying on with my recent trade, and that was trading with the trend, finding setups with the binary destroyer with the trend. Because at the end of the day, you're going to get two kind of setups with the binary destroyer: some that are with the trend and some that are against the trend. And if we can filter out those setups to only take the ones with the trend or with the momentum, with the direction of a currency pair, it's going to put the probability of winning those trades greatly in our favor, because we're going to have really tight stop losses and really maximize our profits on them. So yeah, nice little sell on USD CAD 5-minute time frame. As you can see here, look, okay, I'm in this as well with the overall trend and everything. Yeah, literally, I'll break it down for you in a minute. It was perfect. Yes, I've moved to slight profit, and then at the end he says TP hit for 20 pips. Beautiful. Now, it actually went a lot further than 20 pips. Now, this is good. You see how he's marked up his stop loss? So he's literally followed the training perfectly. RSI had gone overbought, turned red. His entry point was below the TCA line, as that TCA line turned red. His stop loss was above the resistance, which was perfect, and he had about, I think that's out 1 to 3, maybe just close to maybe 1 to 3 risk reward on that. Can't go wrong with that, honestly. Now, this was that actual setup here. Okay, now I've got USD CAD 5-minute time frame on the left screen. I've got USD CAD on the 1 hour time frame on the right screen, and we're going to use the 1 hour time frame just to look at the overall direction. Excuse me, the overall direction and confirmation of that setup. So looking at the overall direction, is there any support and resistance? What's the market actually telling us? Is it a trend down, pullback? Is it going in up? Is it going sideways? Let's have a look. So as you can see here, okay, if we load up the 5-minute time frame, hold on here, let me just press play. There we go there. So as you can see here, in fact, I'll tell you exactly where we want to enter. Okay, here. So obviously this is on my platform, so slightly different kind of setup, but it's exactly the same. I want to show you here. So as you can see here, obviously I've got the MACD. He hasn't got the MACD. He's got the RSI. I've got the MACD. But again, if we go back to here, the MACD had gone overbought or sold, Mogwai signal, TCA line had just turned red. Now, what was good about this, and I spotted this as well, on the 5-minute time frame, we have an area of resistance. Okay, so that's our first confirmation, is off the 5-minute time frame that we're trading off. We've got a Mogwai signal, we've got the MACD overbought or sold, the MACD's just crossed over, TCA line's just turned red, prices below the TCA line, and we've got an area of resistance. Now, just because we have that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be a good trade, because this could be against the trend. We need to look at the bigger picture. So to do that, we have a look at the 1 hour time frame. And this is what I like about the fact that Chris got this trade so right. So on the 1 hour time frame, we're heading into a downtrend. It's quite obvious, okay? You know, if it's going from the top screen to the bottom, it's a downtrend, right? So when you get a downtrend, obviously, I know you see time and time again, and when you start to see it on the charts, it looks very simple, right? Is trend down, pull back, trend down, pull back, trend down. Okay, now obviously in reality it doesn't quite always look like that. Sometimes it can be a bit messy, you know, all over the place, right? But what we're pretty much looking for is something like this: trend down, pull back, normally to a resistance area. In fact, I'll tell you exactly what happens. You get a trend down like this here. Okay, this is what happens like this here, and you get a trend down, you get an area of resistance, you get an area of resistance like this here. Obviously in the time that it happens, you get a lower low, you get a lower high, you get another lower low, you get a lower high. You get the idea, okay? And that's pretty much what happened on USD CAD. So I'll just make this black now so you can see. And if we eye up USD CAD, you can see here we have an area of resistance. Just obviously that's an arrow, but just that's the support line, okay? So we've got an area of support. Price breaks that support, creates a new low. Remember, it creates a new low. So if we get a new low, what you're going to get? You're going to get a pullback, right? Which happens just there, okay? And then we get a trend down, and then what happens, you think's next? We get a pullback, okay? So what do you think the next move is after that? Exactly, trend down. There's everything that's happening here is telling us it's a downtrend. Lower lows, lower highs, trend downs, pullbacks, everything, right? And if you start to mark up the area of resistance at this level here, so we've got a nice little area just there. So again, I'll mark it up now blue so you can actually see. We've got another one just here. And we've got one more just here as well. Now this is funny because if you actually follow price, and this is how I always trade, right? Look here, right? Look, you got a high, right? Then you got a pullback. Then you buy from this market here, and it creates a new high. Okay? Then price comes down, and you think, okay, look, you buy again. Price creates a new high. Oh my God, it's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing. Then price comes back down. Now this is the interesting part. See how price comes back down, right? It hasn't created a new lower high here. It's come back down to its level. So it's not doing this no more, right? It's come back down. See here? That's exactly what happened there. Then we've come back up, and this is, keep an eye on it, right? Keep an eye on it. In fact, I'll make it a little bit so you can actually see. There we go there. Keep an eye on it, right? And then it pulls up. So it's now doing the opposite. It's created a lower high. Right, so the next move is come down, right? Then price pulls back perfectly to this area here, right? Perfect. There is your pullback. Then price comes back down and it pulls back here. See that? It's quite simple, isn't it? Once you actually start to break down the chart, it makes it's a lot more simple and easier to actually see. When you go back down to the 5 minutes now, there you go, right? You look at this trade, it's like, well, it's perfect, right? There's like, you can sit there all day long and you can say, what are the possibilities of this trade winning and what are the possibilities of this trade losing? Well, there's so many positives, I can't really struggle to find a negative. The only real negative I would say is we're taking this trade in the middle of the zone just there, no man's land. But, you know, when you've got about 20 confirmations telling you to sell. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a stop loss here. Like I said, I mean, I took this trade, but so I'm going to set a 20 pip stop loss, and let's just, like, obviously I had to take profit, I can't remember, 80 pips or something like that. Let's just stick 100 pips, right? Let's just stick 100 pips. Okay, so off the 1 hour you can see where our stop loss is, where our take profit is, right? Now obviously this is with the trend, so just keep an eye on it. Now we'll go over to the 1 hour, right? We'll go to 1 hour and just keep an eye on as price comes down, okay? So see how price starts to put, I'll make it a little bit faster. There we go there. Okay. Oh, that. There we go there. See? Simple, isn't it? Very, very simple. Now, if you go back to the, you see how it's in a nice little downtrend. Now, we actually had another little pullback just here. See that nice little pullback? Hold on. You can't see it now because it's white. Let me make it black. A nice little trend down here. Then we get another little pullback. And then we get a continuation. So that is pretty much, I know, a very short and sweet video. I might try and do some more trading for you this week. But yeah, I mean, hats off to Chris. Absolute beautiful sell with the trend. It's in sync with what have been going on recently about taking binary destroyer setups with the trend. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video. My name's Jamie Palmer. If you have any questions, drop me an email, thebinarydestroyer@gmail.com.